Right. Good evening, people. My name is JR and I am the FR Gooner. How's everyone this week? You well?
All good,
Good,
broski.
good.
Man.
Could be better.
Yeah, I know. We're going to get into, obviously, yesterday's match with Liverpool. Before we do, though, I just wanted to randomly talk about, have you seen the Rashford situation where he put out that PR message in regard to...
You talk about the apology.
Yeah, apology after the match when the fans were kind of shouting abuse at him. And then, did you see the Ian Wright reaction to the after?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. So Ian Wright was basically saying, like, why are you apologizing? There's no need to apologize. Just be you. Like, you didn't do nothing wrong. You had a bad match. You don't have to apologize for that. These things happen. And he's kind of sick of the whole having to apologize for everything. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree with him.
Apologizing,
100%.
Apologizing because after the game, some of the Man United fans were basically must have said something, and he kind of lost his head a bit, and then he approached them like, you know, he was gonna do something, and then he just kind of apologized, really.
Yeah, he backed away. I didn't even. He's gonna be vocal about it, and I think he did look like he did swear, but then he said that he didn't. But then even still, I kind of feel like, you know, these guys, you're frustrated. You've just lost a match in the Champions League that's knocked you out. Your own fans are kind of shouting abuse at you. You're going home after a bad day at work, basically. And you're going to be naturally unhappy, you know. And then I don't think he needed... I mean, what do you think, Colleen? Do you think he needed to apologize? Do you think the whole PR thing is a bit much when it comes to Rashford? I think he apologized for everything.
The thing is, because he started, he can't stop, really.
Yeah.
Because he started on this whole, like, speaking about everything. That's not to take away from everything he's done in, like, the UK in terms of, like, the kids in that situation. That's fine. But because he's got this kind of image of always talking out, like, he can't just let that slip, really. And the video went round, so, you know, you've either got to be all in or not in. You can't be half in and out. Do you know what I mean? So he has to talk about it. But if it was me, personally... You're not getting an apology from me. I've just been knocked out of the Champions League. I've had bad form for 4 or 5 months. I'm not giving you an apology. It's already hard enough on my end, but he's going through quite a bit with Man United, and like I said, he's always been out there to talk about good and bad. So, you know, when it's bad, you're gonna have to talk out. If you talk about when it's good, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, no, facts.
I think it's got a bit silly now, though, to be honest with you. I think, listen, he's upset that they got knocked out, but also the Man United fans are upset that they got knocked out. And I always try to bring it back to football, that I think this is one of the, unless it starts turning into racist or, you know, personal attacks on, you know, people's family. But listen, this is the arena of football. When you get upset, look, we've all played the game. You're going to cuss out your teammates. You're going to have these arguments. You're going to, you know, the fans are going to fall out. But as long as after, let everybody calm down and then get on with it. I think this has just gone way too much. I don't think the apology was kind of needed. But I get what you're saying, Colleen, because he's kind of this, you know, Mr. Save the Meals, and, you know, it's gone too far, this PR thing, to be honest.
Yeah. In some ways, I kind of feel sorry for him, because I kind of feel that he now can't be himself. Certain times.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
He's gonna be judged. You take on the government allegedly. So now you need to be squeaky clean. But the thing is, he really does.
Especially with the MBE on his name and all that as well.
Yeah.
So when you're looking to move to certain people, it doesn't look great. But I'm enjoying them losing. I'm not gonna lie.
100%. 100%.
I won't lie. Yeah.
Love it.
Talking about defeats, we're gonna look into obviously the match yesterday. Obviously, you had the 2-0 defeat to Liverpool. It was really a game of two halves. I felt the first half, you know, we were commanding. It was a close match, a close encounter, to be fair. And that's the first time we could say that in a long time. I think in the second half, obviously we conceded the 2 goals. The first goal, was that Ramsdale's fault, Kurt? Do you think?
100%. 120 million%. Like, I don't even know what else to say on that one, bro. Like, listen, Ramsdale, hats off to man. I'm not taking the hat off, but hats off to man. He done his thing. He's been doing his thing for Arsenal ever since he stepped in it. He's had a little few things here and there where you think, oh, you know, like a few little bits of his distribution or whatnot where you thought, oh, hang on. Now and again, but it's been rare with him, you know. I'm very comfortable whenever the ball's, you know, around him or in the area, even when it comes to, you know, like set pieces and things like that. With Leno in goal, I used to be shook, bro, because he weren't commanding of his area, innit? Whereas with Ramsdale, I don't have them same worries. So it was his fault. He should have done better. You can't get beat at your near post from that angle. Jota should have never scored from there, in my opinion. When I first saw it, I thought, did the ball go wide and then, you know, like run along the back of the goal at first? And then I started hearing some cheering. I'm like, hang on, because the ground sounded quiet. I was like, what's going on? Was it a goal? So it took me a few seconds to even realize it went in. But yeah, I was vexed, especially because it was, I knew it was coming, especially because minutes before we missed that chance with Odegaard. It was, but like virtually an open goal or whatever.
Oh, mate.
And then Alisson got back on the line, saved it. And I've been saying, like, from the beginning, I said, any chances we get, we need to be clinical.
Have to take
like,
them,
we needed to be clinical. And that was at a point in the game where if we'd have took that advantage, we could have potentially kicked on. But I feel like as soon as we missed that, Liverpool took that like, all right, no more messing about. We got let off of one there, and then they went and hit us, man. And it was, as I say, it was the way that we conceded. You know, if they'd have scored a screamer, or you know, Salah ran through our whole team and put one top bins, then we would just have to hold our hands up and say, you know, we played well. It was a moment of brilliance. But it was the way that we was playing well, and then to concede that goal, it was a bit of a kick in the teeth to me.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, in terms of the actual match, I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but this is probably the first time in a long time that I kind of felt that we had the chance of actually competing with Liverpool, because usually in matches against these top four so-called teams, top two against City or Liverpool, I kind of always feel that we're gonna get smoked, if I'm honest with you. But this is the first time in a long time that I kind of felt that we had a chance. Do you agree with that, Sheldon? Were you optimistic before the match, or?
I was very optimistic. I was saying 3-2 Arsenal. With I actually picked Martinelli to go off. I wanted a hat trick. I wanted everything in my dreams to come true. But you know, the game, the first half was a bit strange. I think it kind of caught Liverpool off guard a lot of it, if not if that's even a phrase, to be honest, because the game started in Liverpool. It felt like in the past, a lot of teams, Liverpool, Manchester City, and Chelsea, they wait for Arsenal to kind of make the mistake, like create an opening for the opposition. And in the first half, we were solid. We didn't really give them much. And Liverpool had to find a way. It's like, oh, shit, this is them, man. Like, this is Arsenal? Like, come on. Like, when are they going to, you know, make that silly back pass to the goalkeeper that goes to someone else or something? But it never happened. And I think that just, you know, I'm pretty sure we're going to get into this later. That just speaks to what the team's doing in the training ground and, you know, coming out, you know, finally listen to what Arteta is trying to build. And then the second half, I don't know if you guys remember, but like within the first 5 minutes, there were like 2 open chances. It's like we came out flat and there were warning signs. And that's when we have a young team. But for me, that's when you need Xhaka, Partey, and Lacazette to be like, yo, what the F? Come on, like, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, we know you're going to have ups and downs with the young players, but there's senior players in the squad that kind of got to get the, you know, let's go. We just came in from half. Let's go. Exactly. And, it, you know, I think when we got the chance in the box with Odegaard, I don't know. For some reason, I just didn't feel like we were going to score, man. It was one of those things where we were just not sharp at the end of the day, and it was just like I didn't think we were going to score. Liverpool felt in control every time we got in the box. I felt like they were dictating how we took our chances. Not that we took them; they were just like, okay, we're going to give you this, but we're only going to give you this on your left. We're going to make you work for this.
Yeah, they did always kind of look in control, to be fair.
Right.
They were trying to control the pace of the game as well, which they did well. But in terms of the culture, then can we say in a bit that Arteta's changed the culture in the sense that we're no longer pushovers? Am I going too far? I always direct the Arteta questions to Nabil.
I think we're in terms of playing the top 4 teams. I think we're in the same position as we were with my rants 6 shows ago, 10 shows ago. We're still in the same position in terms of that.
Nothing's changed now.
No, I actually have, before this game yesterday, I have to confess, I was working hard from Sunday thinking, how am I going to come on here and be positive and have a positive spin? And to be fair, I have changed my outlook on Arteta. I have. Obviously, this victory yesterday, this loss. So this loss yesterday really did piss me off. I'm not going to lie. And the reason why it pissed me off is because he set up the team fantastic yesterday. I have to give full credit. He trained them well. He set up the team fantastic in the first half. I thought we were trying to... Liverpool superior team in every single position. There's no question. Let's not try to kid ourselves. I always say that when you play at home, you have to at least, if we want to kick on, I've said this so many times on the show before, you have to kind of put a statement performance down and try to at least nick a win from these top 2, City and Liverpool. So I was really pissed off. Like Kerr is just the manner of the conceding that goal. I've played up front for years. Kerr plays football. I've never liked goalkeepers anyway. They just annoy me because, it's just, they're just these sort of characters that you just think, all right, if you're going to get beaten by a worldie, I'll accept that, isn't it? But just all of that hard work was kind of just undone at the near post. So I was disappointed with that. In terms of you were talking about progress, again, we're still not beating the top team, but definitely the performance in the first half was very, 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 very good. Because they are a superior team. They've got like 4 deep, bar Firmino, they've got 4 very, very, very good, strong attacking players there. So I definitely see that there's progress. I've gone a long way around it. There has been progress. But this is what I expected there to be progress. I did say this. I said, look, you've got a blank canvas now. You're not playing as many games as you were before. You're not in Europe. So I want to see progress. And to be fair to Arteta, so far, I've definitely seen progress. But the loss has pissed me off because we're having this podcast now. But I've got a lot of Liverpool boys and they've literally just been laughing today, like, oh, you played well in the first half, but it's not good enough. And I'm sick of the banter. I'm sick of it. Let these guys.
Remember, those guys
with the little man, innit? With the little man, oh, never mind, little man. Like, better luck next time.
Them man used to get bullied at school for supporting Liverpool. Yeah, we used to be number 1, but now it's all changed,
But it was poor. I've got to say, Lacazette as well. Look. I do go for lack of threat again and again, and I've been criticised for calling him that. But look, we're blaming Odegaard for that chance. Let's be real. Lacazette, man. For me personally, that should have been first time when that ball was played
I
through.
thought he done well. I thought he done well playing it to Odegaard. No, am I wrong there?
Nah, I thought he should have went for that. And like I've said before, he works hard. He does work hard. And he worked hard against yesterday. But I keep telling you guys before, I'm not going to bring up my guy who scored again for Barca because I'm banned from talking about him. But this is why I said we are kind of light up front. And you saw it yesterday. We're toothless. Against the top teams, we're toothless. And again, he huffed and puffed and stuff, but we needed a bit more, man, up front yesterday. And we are definitely short. There's no question about that. For the other teams, maybe. But yesterday, Liverpool, I just didn't think, like you said, Shkodran, I just didn't think we were going to score.
Yeah.
And that's uncomfortable when you're at home and you're chasing top 4. That's not a nice feeling.
Can I say something real quick with what Nadir was saying? Like, I think we're on the same page here as far as the performance and as far as the results for yesterday's game. So when I say I didn't feel like we were going to score is because we went down 1-0, right? And it was like the entire stadium and even the players' body language is like, oh shit, us again, not again. And I think Arteta, look, that's not my man. That's other people, man. I already told you how I feel about him, you know. But
that's what I'm saying.
You know,
Shoulders your brother, bear. Trust me.
He came out, you know, the manager came out and said, hey, you know what? He wants the players to find solutions when this happens. When we go down a goal to City, instead of pouting about, you know, us again, find solutions. And we spent the next 20 minutes after being from the first goal. The second goal was whatever. It's a byproduct of what happened after that. Yeah. Just feeling sorry for ourselves. We couldn't find solutions. We just didn't ask the right questions at all. And
but Sheldon, there's no. This is what I've said. Look, Arteta. I've turned. Look, I weren't a fan personally. I don't like him, but do you know what? What I'm going to say today is he deserves another season. I want him to make top 4. And I think we definitely need to. No, I think we definitely need to back him. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've seen enough of him so far. However, this is what I said. These petty arguments. People keep talking about, oh yeah, ship out Oba. Now, are you telling me now? Yesterday, when we needed a solution or a goal, are you telling me Oba wouldn't have finished 1 or 2? I'm just no.
We can't do that to ourselves, bro. I already said it when he went to Barca. He wasn't doing it here. No, we can't do that. I don't care if he scored 30 goals in Spain. He wasn't doing that here. I'm not going to forget that Newcastle game, bro. Nah.
So hold on, you're not going to forgive. Okay, I thought we weren't going to talk about this, but Sheldon.
Every week, bro. I agree with Sheldon, to be fair, bro.
No, but you're saying this, but you guys are happy with Lacazette.
It's a different league, though. No, Lacazette could go. Lacazette could go.
Oh, okay.
Lacazette, you know, new thing.
but Oba wasn't doing anything as well, so it's like,
yeah,
it's. I think Lacazette fits the system that we're doing now.
It does.
So yeah, I mean, exactly.
No, but the system that we're doing, the system that we're doing now, but you need to bring something off of the bench. If you play to a certain level, you can't just say, this is our system. We need to ask different questions. So we'll bring on the same sort of player before. I'm just saying, you need, even if it's something different coming off the bench, maybe even Pepe to come on a bit earlier.
Yeah. Do you know what? I thought that as well.
I thought Pepe needed to come on earlier as well.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Xhaka weren't having his best game, really.
He wasn't.
Like, he was working hard, but the quality just weren't there, like in possession, I didn't think.
And do you know how much guys they put around Xhaka? Do you know what I'm saying?
A bag of man.
Yeah.
A bag of man.
I actually thought we should have took out Granit and put in Smith Rowe, because Granit was trying to play more advanced. He can't keep the ball. He can't pass. So, I mean, we already losing. So, we might as well.
He's limited, isn't he? He's limited. Like, when he goes forward and he's around the edge of the box,
bro,
he's very limited.
He's a 1-foot baller, yo.
Yeah, he's very limited.
Right, look, Kaleem, we're going to look for some positives then from that match. Is there any that you can take away from that match? These guys have been just throwing out bare
2-0. It was 2-0. That's a positive. That's a positive.
I mean,
what about the performance of Martinelli? You know, Partey.
Yeah, I think Martinelli and Partey were our stand-up performers. I mean, Martinelli, if we're not careful, he could be gone in a couple.
Madrid is around the corner, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Let's be real. Considering how he played, Partey. I mean, Partey was really good, but this is what I expect from him. It's not like he's like working up to be a good midfielder. He's a Champions League level midfielder. Very good for Atletico. Over here, it's had a very slow start. He's admitted himself and whatnot. The performance I saw yesterday was very good, but I expect that from him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna give him lots of praise over it. It was a good performance, but I expect that from him in most games. He should be giving 8 out of 10 performances every other game. Well, not every other game. Every game.
Week in, week out. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's not a young player. Everyone keeps talking about our young squad, but like him and Xhaka are senior players in Lacazette.
Yeah,
I want more from them. I want these consistent performances. Martinelli was so good. I mean, we can't deny he was really good that night. I really thought if we were going to get a goal, it was going to be through him. And that's the positives, really. We had a good first half performance, but, you know, at the end of the day, we didn't score a goal and we didn't win. So I'm not saying I expect us to beat Liverpool or, you know, to dominate them. And, you know, there was positives in the first half in the way we played and we didn't get, like, turned over. But I just think we have to accept that we're in this process for top 4 and that the gap is big. We don't have the depth in squad. And, I mean, Liverpool had 5 attackers overall in terms of on the bench and starting. We have Eddie and Nketiah, that's it. Really, Like,
Pepe,
okay, we have
maybe,
Nicolas
yeah.
Pepe.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think Pepe should have come on earlier because you could just see as soon as the first goal went in, I just saw our confidence go. And I was like, that's what kind of shocked me a little bit is how quickly our confidence went because under Arteta, I thought we had a stronger mentality. Then the second goal went in and then I was getting a bit worried. I was thinking, okay, are we going to lose 4-5 at home? And I was getting ready to turn off the TV. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting ready to turn it off.
If another one would have went in, I'd have been following you.
There's no way. And I think Arteta kind of accepted it at one point as well, and had an eye on the weekend. I mean, listen, there's no shame in losing to Liverpool. Obviously, I don't want to lose a game. There is positive stake from the first half performance, but I was a little bit concerned in how shaky we did get after the first goal. I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect that from us. I thought we had a stronger mentality, if I'm honest.
Do you know, I think we've got a stronger mentality, but when we play the likes of Liverpool, I think it's the case of, because you know you're playing Liverpool, I don't think this season, they've gone behind and lost a match. This is not Wolves. Do you know what I'm saying? This is Liverpool, the best team, if not the best team in the league. So I think that's why the heads kind of dropped. But I just want to stay on Partey for a second.
I think it was the way that it happened as well, though, JR. Sorry. I think it was the way that we conceded the goal. I feel like that demoralized the players a lot as well. Just to touch on that, like I just felt like it was like, you know, like when you put in all the effort, you're playing really well, you're sticking to your game plan, and then that goes and you're like, oh. And like what Colleen said, I wanted our mentality to be a little bit stronger in that moment. So when we went down, it was like, okay, we'll take that on the chin and then at least try and press them for the next 5-10 minutes to try and push them into making a mistake or something. But it was like, once we conceded the goal, our heads dropped and we kind of just took it on the chin. And for the next 5 to 10 minutes, like Colleen said, it was like we was feeling sorry for ourselves.
Back at ground zero again.
I
agree.
You know what? I think, sorry, real quick. I think that goes back to the players still learning under Arteta. When we played City, they went down 1-0, and boy, even though we were pressing them, they never stopped the way they were playing. They never stopped. And I think slowly you're going to see that from the players. That's why, you know, we're talking about Martinelli. That's a perfect like role model for everyone in the squad. Even when we were down 2-0, he was like, no, bro, you're getting it. Like, I get the ball, I'm going at you. You're going to have to stop me. And I felt like we stopped asking those questions like I was saying before. Once we went down, we were just like shell-shocked. It was just like a shell-shock moment for us. So,
and it started getting a little bit predictable because it was like we was only having that outlet from Martinelli. And it was like, you know, like whereas normally we have both of them. We have Saka doing his thing and we have a Martinelli. And if anything, Saka's the one who was doing or has been doing what Martinelli done for us yesterday in terms of he's the live wire. Martinelli chips in, you know, and mainly it's been Saka. But I feel like they kind of reverse roles. Martinelli was the main guy in this one, but we just didn't pick it up. Like Saka just didn't give us enough of a threat on the other side to make Liverpool have to be wary of both sides. It was like they realized where the threat was coming from. Trent was getting obviously cooked every time Martinelli ran at him, and then it was like you saw it straight up in the second half. Martinelli then had like 2-3 players in the zones that he liked to play, and then you started to see him have to turn back a few more times and pass back into Xhaka and look for a pass into Tierney and things like that because they started blocking his avenues.
And I think that's why when we get that, you know, quality midfielder, it's going to help Martinelli because like you were saying in the second half, Trent was getting cooked. He was getting cooked up till the final whistle, but then Jordan Henderson kind of shift over and blocked the channel. Now Henderson came over. The guy he's marking in the middle is open. That's Xhaka. Where were you, bro?
But he's not a threat once he goes past the halfway line. So it's like Liverpool weren't worrying about him.
Once he goes past our 18, he's not a threat.
Even.
He's a threat to our goal only.
And that's what I was about to say. I was just about to say, he's a threat closer to our goal. But to be fair to Xhaka, I know, Jay, you're going to make your point. He didn't actually play too bad.
He didn't
yesterday. And there was one moment, and I'll give this is what I will rate Lacazette about the performance yesterday when he literally just told him to shut up and move away. I think there was a foul there, and you can see Xhaka. I don't know if he wants to be in front of the camera. I don't quite understand what it is.
He wanted to be involved.
The referee. Yeah, and me, you know, he's got a lot more answer too than, you know, talking to the referee. But he wasn't too bad. I think, you know what, a fair play to Cedric. Now, obviously, Tommy Arsenal is the mainstay right back. But with Cedric, he's been quite decent for his ability in the last couple of games. But remember, we're not playing Leicester or Wolves. This is like the pinnacle Liverpool. So he did get caught out for both goals, to be honest with you. But to be fair, he's done okay. Because we haven't got another right back, so he's actually done okay. But yeah, I mean, Xhaka, yeah, I was just happy he just behaved himself. No red cards, no silliness yesterday. It wasn't about him. No sliding in his own box. No giving cheap goals at all balls away. So to be fair, I'm happy. And that's a bad statement, though. That's what I'm saying. The bar's low when you're happy that someone, you know, you got one of them man them when you go raving and they just kick off all the time. He's that guy that, like, thank God you didn't kick off today. Thank God you just behaved yourself at this funeral.
You managed to have a good night.
That's him, man. But yeah, man. Sorry, JR.
No, I was going to talk about Partey, but actually it's led me on to another question. In terms of we talk about real world-class players, you know, and we saw the likes of Salah, you know, Alisson making that save at the right time. They got the likes of Mane, etc. In terms of, do we have any potential candidates for when we talk about world class? I wouldn't say we've got them now, but is there any players that you could look upon in the near future to say, do you know what, this guy's got it in him to be that guy? I'm going to ask go on, Abir.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's a naughty question from you, JR, and you do this week. Yeah, the thing is, JR is a real gooner through because no, you know why? Because I've kind of joined the dark side now. And what I tend to do with Arsenal, we get excited too quickly. We do. Come on, there's so many plays that we've had that we just, this is the best in all. This guy is the best. So I don't really want to put that pressure on. But I'm not going to lie, watching Saka against Leicester, let's forget yesterday's game, but Saka against Leicester, it's been coming, and I watched them and I thought, you know what, we need to get this contract signed and we need to keep going in this same direction because he's definitely 100%. He has got potential to definitely be a world-class player. Before it was, he needs to score a little bit more, but against Leicester, he was on smoke. Maybe he kind of tired himself out against Liverpool, to be honest with you. They're facing the best team, but he is definitely potential. And himself, Odegaard, who has come a long way in the last couple of weeks for me, because I was still a bit, I don't quite know. But with him, I think we need to accept, I know there was a lot of Ozil haters out there, but with him, those sort of players, the Ozil in his prime, that you're not going to get this every game. That's the thing with Odegaard. Like, we have to accept this now. Like, the Leicester game, he was on smoke. I'm thinking, rare, this boy is on smoke. Then the Wolves game just before, a little bit more quieter. This game, a little bit more quieter. I'm very sure at Villa, he's going to turn up. And you're going to... This is what I don't want Arsenal fans to start killing players. Because they're not all the same. And that was the criticism I had for Arteta. You need to treat the players differently. This is where man-to-man management comes in. But we haven't got the same player. We can't say what Saka does, the same thing we got to... I think, Kemps, you said this a couple of weeks ago. So Odegaard definitely has potential. I think that's it. To be fair, honestly, it's Martinelli, yeah. But Martinelli...
Yeah. You're not in the likes of Gabriel, though. You don't put him in there.
Not from what I've seen. I like them. I like them. Ben White is our best defender personally.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
For me, yeah.
Why do you say that? That's quite interesting.
Because the way that he can break the lines, bring the ball out, his passing ability. Yeah. My main criticism for him, obviously, I watched him live at Wolves. My main criticism for him was he enjoys to slide in too early sometimes.
Yeah, he does. Commits very early sometimes.
Yeah. But I have to say, Leicester, fantastic last-ditch tackle.
That's where it works for him.
Yeah.
That's where it works for him. On another day, that'd be a penalty, you know. But
it would be. But against Liverpool as well, he's done very well. Very, very intelligent centre-back. And I think Arteta, fair play. I'm not one of his biggest fans, but in terms of Tomiyasu and the Ben White and Odegaard, three very good signings. But Ben White was a massive risk. 50 mil, I'm still not happy with the price. But look, he's in the England team now. So, and I thought he's been fantastic for us. I generally believe, yeah. But those three, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Saka, for me, potentially to be world class. But I would rather have a team of non-world class, but a winning championship winning team. This we used to have this before when okay, this one's good, but I'll rather, you know, I don't want to put any pressure on these players. But yeah.
I'm going to ask a question to you now, Sheldon. I'm going to change it slightly. Obviously, we lost the match yesterday, but in terms of competing with the likes of Liverpool and Man City, how far away are we? And I want to break this question down. So, in terms of player, like how many players would you say we need? And in terms of time as well, you know, how long before we can kind of potentially compete with the likes of City and Liverpool?
Compete in a game though, or compete like in terms of
he's trying to be he's being slick right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm just trying to get it straight for all of us, innit?
No. You lot gotta like this is a maths
because Palace was competing with City the other day, so
no. I don't mean the one-offs. I'm talking about taking it to that next level where hopefully we've competing for the the league.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
Not just a one-off.
All right. So what I would say is, just to put that in context, is to compete with Liverpool and Manchester City as they are right now, you're talking about losing a minimum of 4 games a season in the league. Minimum. Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because back in the days, I heard Gary Neville say this earlier today. He said tying with Crystal Palace away would be, that's a point that we're going to look back and say that won us a championship. Now it's like points lost because, you know, the next team is just going to keep winning. Liverpool's won like 9 games in a row, right? So for us to get to that level, short answer, 2 years. I say 2 years from now. Minimum. Yeah, minimum. Because first thing we need to do, and I think, again, I don't believe in the process. I don't have to. I'm a fan. I want results. Keep that for the board and all them mandate. But for me, the players that we have, and it was on display yesterday, we just don't have the talent. Yeah, we have, you know, we were talking about world-class players. It's not, by the way, I think Thomas Partey is a world-class player. I think if we had Fabinho in our team, he'll be looking just like Thomas Partey, even worse. That's all I'm saying. But
I agree.
I think we do have the young potential world-class players that everyone highlighted. But I think we need to get more of the Martinelli, Smith-Rowe situations in our team, where you have a player that's starting and a player who's on the bench who is just as good and could produce for us.
Yeah.
Once we start to do that, then we'll compete.
Yeah, I agree. When I looked at that bench and I thought, you know, we've got Pepe, half decent. We've got
and
Eddie.
Ketty is a game killer, bro. I'm sorry.
Exactly,
I'm
Eddie.
sorry, bro.
You know what I'm saying? They bought on Salah. Was it Firmino? And them guys
yeah.
You know, we're bringing on.
When Eddie comes on, I'm like, all right, the game is done.
The game's done. Yeah, trust me.
Yeah. And I think we lack that cutting edge. When we talk about not looking at that pitch and thinking we're perhaps not going to score, I think that's where I see our deficiency, so to speak. They can bring on the likes of Salah, who can get that goal. Mane can get that goal. Do you know what I'm saying? Firmino can get that goal. Jota can get that goal. You know, they got so many players that can get that goal. They've been there before as well to get that big goal when it's needed as well. And unfortunately, we're not quite there yet. And don't talk about it, but I see Nabil smiling, thinking, yeah, if we had a Bamiyang.
You know why I'm laughing though? Because you know what I'm laughing? Listen, we know it's not working out with these two. That's fair enough. But look, we're all laughing and saying Oba's washed and he wouldn't have done that. Who scored the second goal for Liverpool?
Firmino.
Okay. Has he not been washed? How many years now?
I don't think Firmino's washed. I don't really even understand what's happened. I think Firmino's a good player.
I think Firmino's Liverpool's Lacazette, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Come on. Behave yourself, boys.
But he gets Liverpool and goes,
no. So what my point is,
but he's a baller though. You can't say Firmino's not a
baller.
Who do you rather have, Firmino or Lacazette? Come on.
Well, Well, I'm not quite. Listen, you're on current form. You're asking me, do I want ham and cheese pizza or ham and pineapple pizza at current form? So to be fair, I'm struggling to pick. But you ask Liverpool
not
fans
eat ham?
now. Yeah, exactly. I'm not eating none of it. But you Liverpool ask Liverpool supporters now. Are they missing Firmino instead of Jota?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
ask
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
So
they're
what
not
I'm
going to say
Squad's
that.
nuts.
so what my point is, I'm not saying you need. Look at the different strikers that they brought on. They brought someone different that can bring something different. Now, whether it was Oba or another striker, I just thought, listen, you need to start asking the opposition different questions. You can't ask them the same questions. And that was my point, that Firmino is out of form. He's washed now. You know, Firmino will probably go at the end of the season. They're not holding on to him. There's no two ways about that.
Whoa.
I don't
Really?
think so, bro.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Really?
Listen,
Hot take,
because
bro.
they're gonna, bro. Trust me, if he
How old
hasn't
is he
gone at
now?
the end of the season,
Not that old.
32, I think, isn't he?
Is
now?
he?
32? Nah, you're
Nah.
talking a lot now, bro.
He's probably like
No.
30 or
Now.
like
Or
29
31.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I thought.
Exactly. I thought like 39.
I might be no, but what I'm saying is you've got a different option. Look, they've got Diaz, complete different. Salah,
Yeah, he's
complete
30.
different. See, yeah,
But
they've got
the only
Firmino.
difference
Yeah,
difference
go.
I would say to you with Alba and Firmino is one was a leader of a team and one wasn't. Like you can't have someone like Lacazette in a young dressing room like Arsenal benching, bro. We've seen that before with Ozil kind of be like, yo, is he even on the team? Is he training? Like you can't have those gray areas in Arsenal's dressing room.
Yeah.
Like in Liverpool's dressing room, you got Van Dijk, you got Milner, you got a lot of leaders.
What do you mean? Is he training? What?
No, but I'm
what do
saying
you mean
because
by that?
if you don't,
if you kept Aubameyang.
yeah, if you kept Aubameyang, your highest paid player, your former captain, like there's just too many. That just seems like a distraction of questions. We lose to Liverpool today, and Alba benches and came on, and he probably scored one goal. And then all of a sudden, the media's like, "Wow, maybe you should have started Aubameyang."
No, I
We look at Man United.
What do you mean?
Look, in terms of Man United, in terms of the questioning of, you know, the likes of Cavani, what, is he playing? Is he not? The toxic dressing room. We don't need that. We've got rid of Ozil. We got rid of. I'm not saying Aubameyang was toxic, but the relationship had gone sour. Do you know what I'm saying? So it therefore became toxic. I think Arteta's done a good job of actually clearing out people who are not good, maybe for the dressing room, bro. Guendouzi as well. Do you know what I'm saying? We've seen how it's impacted Man United in terms of the dressing room, bro. Like they don't look like a team. They look like a team of individuals that are playing. You know, they got superstars out there, but they're not really playing that well. I was watching them the other day against Atletico Madrid.
No, Man United are not. Listen, Man United are not looking great at all. I know we want to move on. What I'm saying, I'm not going to believe this rhetoric that this guy's a troublemaker. This week again, I've heard Javi said he's a gift from God and he's a true professional. So look,
I would have said the same thing if he was scoring for me too.
But then, as me as a chairman, I would be asking you, why is he scoring for Kemps and for you, my guy, not scoring? That's the question.
It's a different league,
different styles.
Don't get caught up with that, bro.
So, are you telling me if potentially Oba got a move to Liverpool, do you think it will just still be shit?
Right, can I ask you a question though, Nabil? If he,
do you think
why wasn't he scoring at a more consistent rate for us, even when he was getting chances? Then
he was going through a bad
because he was missing chances like I've never seen.
Hold on, but what are we talking about today or last night? We're talking about chances being missed, horrendous chances. We've seen this. I'm just saying. Look,
I don't think we had that many chances yesterday. That was the problem. I thought we only had really. We had opportunities in terms of, you know, like we created openings for ourselves, but then I felt like our final ball let us down time and time again.
Whether we like Oba or not, if we would have got the Vlahovic deal, which was never going to happen, then I would have been quiet. What I didn't want to do is ship him out
and not replace him. I get that.
And not replace him. And now you're seeing. That's what I said. Even if Oba's name was William John, I'm just saying this striker is gone now. who potentially can get a goal and nick a
No,
goal.
I get you, because even if he
And
comes
now
on
we ain't got
yesterday,
no options.
Liverpool are looking at him a lot different than they're looking at Eddie and Nketiah, innit?
That's
Like
all I'm saying on that one.
when Van Dijk seeing Eddie and Nketiah coming on the pitch, them man are thinking, okay, game's done. Well done, boys. 3 points is ours. If they see Aubameyang come trotting on the touchline, they're gonna think, okay. So I do get what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. It's done.
I get it.
Aubameyang's done.
I get it.
He's
But
gone.
I just don't think we can keep being in a position where we beat ourselves up over what Aubameyang could potentially be doing.
If goals ain't going in,
I've just realised I was gonna say in a bit. You're related to Aubameyang, aren't you? You're related to him, aren't you? That's your cousin, isn't it? That's your cousin, bro.
That's my brother. That's my don't you remember last week, bro, when I was chatting on man's name? Nobel was like, hang on, I just spoke to him. You get me, man? Just got off the phone. You know what I mean?
You said it, bro.
Bro,
to be fair, with this one, I always just like different options from the bench, and it does look a bit toothless.
Yeah,
but you know what?
I agree.
Yeah. So that's just it. That's the last week. I promise. This is the last week I'm chatting about Oba. This week.
Can I just say one more thing?
The season, God, bro.
Can I just say one thing, just in relation to the question that you asked? Yeah. How far are we in terms of competing against Liverpool and Man City? Because I agreed with, so what's your name again, bro? Sheldon, that's it. I agreed with what basically everything Sheldon said, yeah, in regards to that. The one thing I would add to it, though, is when I look at, we're at least a couple of years away from competing against them, man, yeah, in terms of quality and in terms of consistency, yeah. Now, you've only got to look at Chelsea, for example, yeah. Now, last season, obviously, after winning the Champions League final and everything like that, they went and got the striker, yeah, 100 million on Lukaku, because they were saying the team's there, but what they need is what? A striker that's going to finish their dinner, yeah. So they went and done that, okay. So now a lot of people tip Chelsea as favourites for the title because of that. Yeah, there was a lot of people doing it, which I never done because I thought, hang on, City and Liverpool, you can't just be bypassing them, man, because the consistency levels that them two teams have shown over the last 5 years has been ridiculous, And the point I'm getting to is that if we compare ourselves to Chelsea in terms of, obviously, I still feel like we're a little bit behind Chelsea's process at the moment. But we're definitely behind Chelsea's thing and whatnot, like their trajectory at the moment. But what I mean is we can draw similarities and stuff from them in terms of we've got to look at them and think, right, in one-off games, they can compete with either City or Liverpool. On any given day, they can beat either one of those two teams. We've seen it this season already. Where they slip up is the consistency aspect. And I feel like that's where we're going to be at over the next couple of years. I feel like we're going to get closer and closer in terms of being able to compete in the matches against your Liverpools, Chelseas, Man Cities. We're gonna nick more results. We're gonna nick more points and things like that off them teams. But in terms of challenging for the title, I still feel like we're gonna have another couple years of trying to get the consistency levels to match them two teams, because the points that them two teams are putting up on the board have never been seen before. Never been seen before. And as I say, with a team like Chelsea, who are stacked in every position and things like that as well, which we ain't yet, look how they're struggling with the consistency of City.
But to be fair with, I think that's a great point. But to be fair with Chelsea, they've quietly just gone about their business. So while Man City, everybody's lauding Man City and Liverpool, what they're doing for the consistency in the league, while this has all been going on, they won the Champions League. They won the World Club Championship.
But that's what I mean. Because in the one-off games, they can compete with them, man. Hence, they beat them in the thingy. But then, and that's why a lot of people thought, hang on, they beat City in the final, so why can't they win the league this year? But there's a difference in terms of being able to compete in 90 minutes and competing over a 38-game season. Do you get what I'm saying?
If you go 6 points behind City or Liverpool now, even 8 points behind.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Like, you can't catch that. But
it's a wrap.
No, facts. Okay, I want to stay on you for a second. Sheldon mentioned that he felt that Partey was world class. Obviously, he had that discussion. Partey had that interview where he said he rated himself 4 out of 10. Last month, he got man of the match. I think we've seen a level of consistency in the last couple of months from Partey. What's changed in your eyes? Do you feel, if anything has changed? Obviously, even yesterday in the first half, we could say he's one of the best performers for us.
I feel like the main things you can say is a run of games, like a proper run of games.
Yeah, no
so
injuries.
he's getting the proper match fitness now under his belt. Hence, I feel like we're seeing a better Thomas Partey, because you're seeing him. He's getting around the pitch. He's affecting all the areas of the pitch, and he's lasting the whole 90 minutes doing that as well. His engine has been incredible. So I feel like fitness has been a big part of it. He's been carrying a lot of niggles and things like that, as we know, since he's come to Arsenal, which is something he's never suffered with throughout his career.
Crazy.
So it was a bit, it was a bit like, for us, it was a bit like typical, innit? Like, never had any injuries, comes to Arsenal, and now we don't see the best of him because he's getting injured every 5 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? But Partey, for me, he's our most important player. If you know, in my opinion, it might be different to other 100%. People. But to me, when Partey plays well, we more often than not play well, because he kind of just binds everything together. And I just feel, like I say, yeah, his consistency has definitely stepped up. And as I say, I feel like fitness is key for that. And I also feel that a stable side around him. Like, you look at the amount of changes that we're making now from game to game, it's not very drastic. Like, we're keeping the base of our team very set. And so I feel like we're starting to see partnerships being built, and I feel like he's getting better as our team's getting better. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's providing a platform for the team, but then he's also but the team are also working hard together. You know, it's all one. They're all working hard together, and I feel like Partey's benefiting from that, and the team are benefiting from better performances from Partey as well.
And when we talk about you know, partnerships and consistency of the players that are playing, we see that he's playing alongside the likes of Odegaard and Xhaka consistently. I think Arteta seems to kind of slightly change it tactically as well, like where Partey's kind of like the anchor man by himself, and Xhaka.
We're not playing 260s no more, are we? We're playing Partey as the 6 on his own, and then we're playing the 2 8s in terms of Xhaka and Odegaard either side of him. Since that tactical tweak as well, like you say, that's played a big part in, because it's like he knows his role now. You got to think, Xhaka's been, for our team over the last however many years, Xhaka's been the guy for years now that's been at the base of our midfield, that goes, receives the ball from our defense or from our goalkeeper, turns, and how many times have we seen him get us in trouble and lose the ball?
Hey, you know what? You made a good point. I'm hearing you guys talking. That's what I'm just thinking. So I'm gonna take you guys down memory lane. Cesc Fabregas in the midfield goes drop deep, picks the ball up from Vermaelen, whoever, Toure, moves it forward. Santi Cazorla, same thing. And then we get this guy, Granit, to do the same thing, and we realize he cannot. And you call it a tactical tweak. Well, man, Arteta probably was like, this mother cannot do that. Like, if you look at how Arsenal's played in the last 5 games, it's either Partey going back or Odegaard actually dropping back to receive it.
Xhaka's not being trusted in them deep
they're like, yo, bro, move from my goal. Go ahead.
And hence, we've seen Tierney as well be more more rigid in his position. He's not you know, barraging up and down as much, because we're pushing Xhaka into that position, and Arteta is saying, listen, you stay there.
You saw it a couple times yesterday. Xhaka was on the touchline where Tierney usually is, and then like Partey gets the ball, they're like, yo, can I trust this guy? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm telling you, once we get that one player, it's gonna be clicking between that 3.
Man, and the player we just mentioned as well that is who would be perfect right now for our system. it would be Santi. Oh my god!
Oh, yeah, it, man.
Oh,
imagine Santi now in our system replacing Xhaka. Oh my god!
Mad.
Oh my god!
The two positions. From what I've seen yesterday, the two positions that will take us on to another level is obviously replacing Laka and Xhaka.
Yeah.
Once we actually replace that, then I think, you know, that will be the first team along with Tomiyasu as well. I know Cedric's done well, but along with Tomiyasu as well. But yeah, no, to add to that Partey, I'm very happy with the last, maybe, you know what, he's definitely been playing much better. He came with a lot of responsibility. I think there's a lot of pressure as well. When you come to a new club, usually you have, you know, senior players there that kind of show you the ropes, but I mean, he was really left in the cold here. I mean, the senior player there was Xhaka. Obviously, you had Aubameyang there, but in that midfield, that was the most senior player. So he's probably thinking, geez, like, I remember watching him at the Liga and thinking, boy, man, why is he always getting sent off for Arsenal? Or he is the guy that Simeone probably said, stay on him because he's the best. Well, you know, I don't care what anyone says. If you're a football coach and you're coming up against Xhaka, he is the guy you'd say, listen, just stick on him.
Mentally, you can get into him as well.
Press him. Yeah.
But with Partey, what Arteta will do him a disservice is if in the summer he doesn't strengthen. When you've got gems like that in midfield, you've got to say, I've got to add someone else with you there, as well as Odegaard. So to be fair, he is doing very well, but we can't now just not reward him with a new partner to say, listen, I want you to do better. So yeah, I think Partey has been fantastic. And we want that. And you know what, it's a snip again when you think about it. 45 mil. I know that was his release clause, but for a player of that quality, I think that's a good deal as well.
100%, 100%. Listen, we're gonna wind up soon, but I just want to ask a couple more questions before we do. In terms of that defeat, do you feel is it detrimental to our next match against Villa, mentality wise?
I don't. As I said with Arteta and JR, my minimum standard this season, and I know you lot laughed at the beginning, was like top 4. And the reason I did say it clearly, I said, 1, we're out of Europe for the first time in 25 years. 2, we're playing less games. And 3, you had the whole summer to do your thing. They gave you over 100 million to do your thing. So I actually want results now. This is like your going into your 3rd or 2.5 seasons. So with me, I've seen Wenger criticised by diehard Arsenal fans. So for Arteta, I'm not giving you that same rope. My guy's giving me, you know, some of the best years of my life. So for you, I'm not saying I'm not going to support you, but you're not going to get that long rope that Wenger got. However, what I would say is that we ain't got no time to be licking our wounds. If we're deadly serious about this top 4, and I want to see a bounce back against Villa, this happened against Liverpool when we lost 4-0. And then we just went on a run. I want the same thing. There's no, you know, the wheels falling off. To be fair, when it comes to Ramsdale, he has been fantastic. But I saw this mistake coming, to be fair. There's 1 or 2 times he's been, you know, and that's maybe confidence and he's young. But now that's happened, I want him to go learn from that. I think, you know what, I can't be fucking about no more, to be fair, because the team was actually doing well. Getting beat at your near post is like a striker missing an open goal. I don't care what anybody says, you know, it's not good enough. But against Villa, I don't even want to bring that into the atmosphere or that, we might fall off. We've got to get back on it. And if we get back on it, I'll forget this loss to Liverpool. If we get back on it, I'll forget about this loss to Liverpool. The thing is, if now it starts playing up and we don't get a result at Villa, you don't want to hear me on the podcast next week. But so far, if we do that now, because I don't want us to fall down that trap. We played so well against Liverpool the first half. They are one of the best teams in the country and in Europe. I don't want to be messing about with Villa. I don't business. I'll be telling them, listen, what you done against Liverpool, you should be proud of yourself. Villa on Saturday, do your thing. I'm not interested. Dust yourself off, because if we want to get this Champions League, this is deadly serious now.
Yeah, because it was after the big game as well against when we played Man United, Naber, wasn't it? And we lost that game. And then instead of getting straight back on it, we go and lose to Everton. And it was like, that was just so frustrating, man. That Everton loss. And you look at them now and you think, how the hell did we lose to them?
Every single time I see them play. I think they're playing today, aren't they? I don't even know the score.
Yeah, Newcastle. They're playing. That's a big game.
Yeah,
like
no,
in terms of
definitely.
relegation, where
Yeah, Newcastle are not getting relegated though. They've
but
been playing
Everton,
well
That's
recently.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Everton,
yeah, yeah. That's a Lampard factor though, man. I don't rate that guy.
I
don't
don't
rate that
either.
guy.
I'm glad you said that, man.
You know what I'm saying? He's not.
I was
not
having
that
a
guy, man.
discussion with Torch about it as well, man, and he was trying to tell me that he thinks Lampard's better than Gerrard and all these things.
No
I'm
way.
like,
No
what?
way.
And he's
We're
a
talking
Liverpool fan.
Mad. Maybe as a player, you know, Lampard was a quality player, but you don't.
But even as a player, he weren't better than Gerrard.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Even as I mean, his stats,
Did I go too
his
far?
stats might be a bit better in terms of goals. But as a player, no, you can't touch Gerrard.
No, you can't. No, but are you comparing him, or you just saying he wasn't a good player? What are we saying?
Who?
I'm saying
he misspoke.
No, Lampard was a good player. He was a good player. Good stats.
He misspoke.
Yeah,
He didn't
Lampard
mean
was
to
a good
say
player,
what he
man.
said. He was, but not better than Gerrard. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, fair enough.
I thought, yeah.
So give me a score then, Nabil, for the Aston Villa match.
3-1.
3-1 to Arsenal, yeah?
Yeah. Nah, I don't want no games.
Smoke,
man,
yeah? All the smoke.
No, I do. And I think Odegaard will be on smoke tomorrow.
Yeah, what about Coutinho?
That's someone that I did actually want, but we ain't got time for this, guys. Listen, we ain't got time for Coutinho to come back because he's not getting into the first team. You know, sometimes I'm not interested in them things here. You know what Liverpool did to us yesterday? We need to do that to Villa. Listen, Villa, I'm not interested in your little fairy tale Gerrard. We need to get top 4. Liverpool came knowing
we need this for the title.
Yeah, we need this for the title. This is the mentality. I don't care about Coutinho and stuff. And I reckon that Partey can obviously put him in his pocket and keep him quiet. I just want us to be on smoke on Saturday. And you know what? I'm gonna trust the boys. Actually, I'm gonna trust the boys, and I think they're gonna come out and put on a good performance. And we got to get the result. Like, we can't go back in our shells now. We can't do. So I reckon 3-1. I honestly reckon 3-1. Lacazette off his nose, off the post, and then Odegaard will tap it in. Because he ain't scoring. He ain't scoring.
It will still go down as an assist, though, right?
The disrespect is too much, man. Lack of disrespect, bro.
Nah, whoever scores, I don't mind. But yeah, I think a good 3-1, man. I can't see us getting turned over there. No.
Sheldon, are you going for the same result, 3-1, or have you got a different score? Have you got us winning?
I got 2-0 Arsenal winning.
Okay, so everyone's confident this week. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Kerr, are you sharing the same thoughts with an Arsenal victory away from home?
Just for that fact, if he was at home, I wouldn't even lose any sleep. But because it's away, and which is mad to even be saying that. And that's why I feel like our team has progressed, because beginning of the seasons, there was no sitting there talking about Villas and these manners. Yeah, definitely. Nah, bro. Every game was a hard game at the beginning of the season. I was looking at every team like, where are we getting 3 points? It's mad. So at least now we're at a point where, you know, we can try and get some points on the board. But I think that we're going to nick it 2-1, personally.
Okay.
Because they've got a good midfield, Villa. I feel like they've got a good midfield with McGinn, Ramsey, and...
I like that Ramsey, man.
Yeah, bro, I think he's quality, you know?
Yeah, he's young as well.
I know Danny Ings is back and stuff. But again, we need to get top 4.
That's what I'm saying. I reckon we'll win. Yeah. I reckon we'll win.
Is Bailey back?
But...
Is Leon Bailey back? I
don't know. I haven't seen him for a while, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't seen him.
If he plays, I'm gonna go 2-1.
You want it? Yes, because the Jamaican connect though.
Come on.
Nah. This week, I'm not giving him that either, man. I'm Jamaican. I've got Jamaican in me as well, yeah. But I don't want him to score.
You gotta give him that, man.
Nah, it's an Arsenal thing this week. 2-0. I'm not having it. But also West Ham, I've got Spurs away from home. So Spurs are at home.
Big game.
Yeah. We need to take advantage because one of those teams are going to obviously drop points.
West Ham always play well there as well.
Away from home, yeah?
Yeah, they play well there, man.
Okay. Who would you want to get the victory, Kerr?
West Ham.
Those two. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely West Ham. But they've had a big game tonight. I don't know what the final score is.
They're
in Europe, right?
So they're drawing in extra time. It's 1-0.
Oh, it's extra time.
To West Ham.
Yeah. Tiring out and all that. Fair enough. I've personally hoped for West Ham victory. Away from home, I think it's going to be difficult. I'm hoping for a draw, to be fair. A draw would be the perfect result for us to be fair. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Do you know what? It's been an up and down week. Obviously, we got the Leicester victory. We got the Liverpool defeat. But you know what? Things could be worse. We could be Man United. Yeah.
And on that note,
I'm gonna end it there, guys. It's been a good week. People, if you like what you saw today, just like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on the Arsenal. Until next week, people. Peace, yeah.
Peace.
Later.